Hey, this is Wayne from Smith Farm. I just got a quick video for you today, and it's about underpinning your mobile homes. This one had vinyl siding on it, and a lot of them do. That's traditionally what they put on. However, this is 5 foot off the ground back here. I'm going to turn you around here in a second and show you. But it's 5 foot off the ground, it's high end, and every time we get a windstorm here, it blows that completely away and destroys it. They've probably fixed that 10, 15 times, and it's still, so we went and got metal roofing. I'm going to turn you around here and show you how we did this, but we went and got metal roofing and treated 2x4s, and we're making a frame and putting this in. I'm going to show you how to do this, but I'm going to tell you up front, this project's cost us so far about $1,300. Now we're doing it, we're not charging these people anything, it's our family. But if you paid someone to do it, it costs you a little bit more. But if you do it yourself, it's not that hard. It's about $1,300 for, I think this is a 72 foot by 12 or 14 foot. So it's a big mobile home. So here we are now, and so what we did was we put a treated 2x4 top plate, and you can see that screwed it into the, and you can't budge it. And here too, all the way down the side. And then we also, in the ground, we put 2x4 runners. Now how we did that, we got these, right here, these steel spikes, they're about 14 inches long. And we pre-drilled holes through this 2x4, and we drove that in the ground. And you can see right there, I can't even hardly budge it. Those are in the ground about 12 and a half inches to be exact. And we did it all around the perimeter of the mobile home. Then we came back, every 36 inches, we put a vertical stud here. And that's where your joints of your metal is going to be, every 36 inches. And I'll show you a joint right down here. We already did. You can see right here the joint. You can't even hardly tell it. And I put a screw in and tie both those pieces in, and you can see right here how strong that is. You can't even budge it. So that's going to be there for a long time. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. I'm going to show you how we do each step, and then maybe you guys can do this yourself. So what you want to do is you want to come over 36 inches. If I can get my pencil out here. And you're going to mark it. Hold that for me. Right at the edge of that, so that's okay. So on the edge, yeah. Right at the edge of this, okay. You're gonna do the same thing down there. So we're gonna cut a 2x4 to go in right here. And we gotta measure that so we know how high to cut that, how tall to cut that to vertical 2x4. We'll call it about 54 inches. Yeah, should be all right. Yeah, we'll call it 54 inches. It's going to come down this 2x4 here. We're going to measure 54 inches. And this is a vertical 2x4 to join the metal together with. That's okay. So all we're going to do is put this in here, and that's just going to put the last piece of tin on this joint right here. Turn the corner. Let's cut that loose right there. Piece of plastic on there. I'm just cutting a piece of plastic out of the way. Trying to. shave it off a little bit, probably. Put it in the ground a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's good and solid. Now we'll put the next piece of tin right here. And then we'll turn that corner going down that way. I'll show you to put one piece in, that way you get an idea of what we're doing. So next, we got to measure our tin. You can see this is not level here, so what we're going to do, you measure your high side and your low side. We'll call that 57 7/8. And 54 1/8. 57 7/8 and 54 1/8. That's all you have to do, just measure it, mark it, and I'm going to show you how to cut it, and then we'll put one piece up and we'll call it done. We said 57 7/8 on the high side. What was the other one? 54 1/8. I'll measure again. Prime example, if you don't remember, measure it again if you have to. Old saying, measure twice, cut once. That's what you want to do. Don't pretend if you don't 100% sure that's what it is, don't cut it. So yeah, 54 1/8. I was right, but I wanted to make sure I was right. 54 1/8. What I'm going to do is put a chalk line on it so I can just see my mark so I can cut it easier. Now this tool here is from Malco. It's the HD. You'll see TSHD right there. I'll put a link in my description for this so that you can see how to use it. It just attaches to any drill, and you put this back here and it adjusts and it cuts. See it moving? And what I do is I put it at a right angle. Because if you put your drill like this, you can't tilt, because you have to tilt it up and down to get through these humps. If you do it this way, your battery hits the tin, see? So you got to turn it sideways. But it cuts pretty good. That's all there are to it. That's by Malco. I'll put a link in my description for that so that you can see where we bought that at. Now I'm going to put this one piece up. And again, this is just roofing metal. You can buy it at Menards. You can buy it. There's special places you can buy it. We bought this at an Amish place that does metal. And it wasn't that expensive at all. And I'm just cleaning a little gravels out here because it's just a little bit tight. I want to make sure it goes in there good. I'm going to cut it a little bit too tight. Let's see here. Sometimes you just got to work it back and forth, saw the bottom end so that the metal will go where you want it. I might cut it just a little too tight. Get this in here first. Is that right? Yep. All right, let me get my drill. And what I do is I got two drills, one for the screws for the metal and then one for the screws for the 2x4s, but you don't have to do it that way. Just try and save time of changing bits. All right. Okay, you saw how quick that was there. We put that piece up in no time. And we did all this in a little over an hour, this whole end here. And that's because we have to cut every piece. When we get up here around the sides, we'll cut one piece and it'll work for two spots. And it'll go a lot faster. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you how to do this right quick and give you a breakdown on that. And I'll put a link in the description for that cut and shear that we use for this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment. I'll try to reply to every comment. I always do. Good or bad, I try to answer your questions. God bless. Have a good one.